We're already existing now for about, I don't know, 4 years or something?
Yes.
Yeah, 4 years. But we started, me and Jason started together, and that was guitar and drums, and we just rehearsed every Saturday for fun. But then we started making songs, compositions, I don't know what you can call it, just making something that you can repeat the next repetition. And then we were looking for a singer, but we didn't. Nobody came, so I started singing.
And we knew each other from small school.
Yeah.
We knew each other already, so...
But now with the three of us, we played for 3 years?
yeah, something like 3 years.
And then we started to play gigs and make songs, not compositions, but real songs, I think.
What's your situation, stage and record-wise? Did you release anything? How many gigs did you?
6 months ago we were in the studio.
It's already 1 year ago.
It's already 1 year ago. Sorry.
It's a long process.
Very long process.
Next month.
And then we recorded 7 songs, and the 30th of March it's gonna release.
So in like
We're
1
gonna
month,
release it.
normally, if the record is ready on time,
Yeah,
normally we will release our first.
it's gonna be
LP.
very narrow.
It's on vinyl. It's like a 12-inch. We also made the decision to do it on vinyl and not on CD.
Any record label involved?
Yes, we're gonna release on Las Vegas Records. It's also in Kortrijk. They were interested. It's a very slow very slow process. Just like going out.
It's very natural.
It feels good that way.
Yeah.
No strings attached, but what are the ambitions for you? I mean, that can be anything.
Our ambitions are now, like in this moment, is just to release the record and see what people think of it. Like with people, I mean also the music world, like in Belgium or outside of Belgium, because it's this our vinyl record is to profile us, profileren, to profile us as a band. Like here we are Maze. So what do you think about the records? Like my own expectations are I would love to read a review of our band and know what they think about it. Yeah.
How do you write your songs?
Out of the blue, you know.
It's like with one rehearsal is mostly like one new song.
From which scenes do you think you come from, or from which scenes do you want to be
Scenes?
seen? Yeah, like.
What you mean music scene or
Yeah,
just
yeah.
your environment?
Yeah, music scene. Yeah.
I started playing hardcore bands, like very it's a very specific kind of. That was in the beginning. I started learning to play guitar, and I was really fond of punk rock, and it's quite simple.
Yeah.
So I started lessons, but then I gave up. The moment I know how to make punk rock.
I was more like in the beginning. I was more like fond of pop rock and indie rock, and it was like Block Party, Arctic Monkeys. That was like the songs I tried to play along with my drums. So that was like my intention. And we came together, and in the beginning it was not always easy because
it was very difficult. We all had.
He wanted me to play like
visions.
Buka Buka very fast, but
Yeah.
I hated it. I didn't want to play it.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I'm like in between them, I think. But yeah.
For me, you're the exotic part of the band.
The what?
Exotic band.
Ah, okay.
So today's session is quite tricky because we have a few questions about your intentions, precisely about the vocals, drums, the bass, the guitar, the sound, the choices you make for your sound, for the arrangements, the way you do it. we can't really talk about flows or imperfections, but it really is a part of the style in a way.
Mm.
So we would like to know for each one of your instruments and the voice.
Yes.
What are your intentions? What you want to do with it? How you want it to sound? It comes from questions like, I don't know if we go that way, but a lot of times we totally lose the bass frequencies
Yes.
when you add effects and stuff. Is it an intention, or is it something you don't really want that way?
You don't control it, maybe.
Yeah.
Maybe we can go step by step. Yeah, maybe you start with the bass.
Mm.
To be clear before you answer, usually it's maybe so simple to point the imperfections and tell you can do better things, but with you, for me, almost the imperfections are quite cool and made the job for your band. So it's a very strange case for us. We can say stay as you are, but so we really need to know what you want to do, and
Yeah.
if this part of this sound or this the way you sing is as you decided it, or you can do. We really need to know what you want before telling you what we think really.
Because in another band, some things we could say straight ahead, this needs to be worked on,
Yep.
and
Yeah.
this needs to evolve. But in your case, it doesn't apply at all. So we need to go step by step and see for each and the general, what are the intentions, and is it close to what you want, or is it? And then even if it's not close to what you want, some things can work.
Yes. Well, I have to say, both three of us were not really we're really fond of making music, but we didn't
You have maybe a lack of
a
criticism
lack
to-
of
Yeah.
a knowledge about sound, how to involve our sound in the way we want it, and I think it's a bit of a getting a problem because our sound is getting very important now. But now we have a record and we want to perform more, so yeah, we have to work about that. But if it's very hard for me, I love certain
This
bands.
means that you don't feel comfortable with your sound on stage.
Mm-hmm.
Alright.
So you expect maybe from us and from today and tomorrow some things more not professional. I don't want to use this word professional or something, but you want us to help you to
Control your sound.
Yeah.
Yeah,
More
I think it's the
more
same
like-
for the bass guitar.
Yeah.
Sometimes the effects work perfect, but like
Sometimes
now,
not, but you don't know why.
yeah, and I don't know what I have to do.
But we need to discuss this because sometimes it creates great stuff for
Yeah.
us most of the time.
But like today, there was some
Yeah.
no bass.
Maybe we can.
It depends of the songs, and sometimes you put the pedals, no bass anymore, and it's really cool. And at the end of this song, I really need some bass and no bass and only noise. So,
But the main problem is that you don't know how to control that.
What would be the problems if you should name some things you'd like to solve, but you can put a name on it? What would it be?
Well, like today, the volume that changes.
For your
The
bass?
balance
Yes,
between
the
the
distortion.
instruments.
Mhm. Okay.
Yeah, and sometimes my amp sounds different and goes louder, and maybe it's just a crap one. but
With the same
Settings?
With the same settings?
and when
That's-
you recorded your album, did it put some lights on some problems? Or
Yeah, it just pointed out the problem that we didn't
Yeah.
know what to do.
okay.
That's the reason why it took so long, because we recorded and then
We
were
had
like,
we had no vision
Yeah.
across sound.
Is it something that you look for, or do you mean to let us hear the chords changing?
Yes, of course.
Okay. I don't know. I told you it's pretty tricky because it works.
It's
But again, I think it's good to know what you're doing.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, but we can tomorrow we can try some stuff on your drums if you're okay. But we need to do it with
But the
Johan
song
to
is
see
so,
what's the response in the microphones. So,
I'm really agree with the point of view of Sylvain and Olivier about the artistic choice of have a very dry sound and I've like really indie sound, like I say, like the first Sonic Youth sound. I'm not really sure it's cool. I know where you want to go with it, like you know, near punk sound, noisy sound of the drums, but I'm pretty sure that we can do something better with it, because for me it was really difficult to, I don't know, to put mic on your drums and as the sound I think you want. You know what I mean? Because I really love your song. Your song, I really feel the song are amazing, but sometimes it's not the case. You have sometimes some guys who have a fucking big song and there is no song at all. Here there is a song, I really love it, and I'm pretty sure that we can make something better with the technical stuff to make the sounds better and make the people feel. This is a good transition to your guitar sound. About the feeling of your song, because I know this scene, I know this music, I hear a lot of your music, and I don't feel any power on your guitar sound. It's not me power like I don't know, like again like Joshua or you know, a guy like that, fucking big guitar sound. It's not the stuff, but your guitar sound, you're only free. You're just a power trio, and excuse me if I say that, you don't have any sound, guitar sound. There is nothing that happen on the guitar for me. On the different parts, I don't tell you to make put lot of pedal and just boost your sound. No, it's the. I think the basic setting is not good on stage because I hear it when I sit on the stage. There's not really something that happen on the sound. Technically, there's not enough frequency on your sound, so you don't really know what's happened. There is a really small sound, and you're the only guitarist basically. So I think you can take the place more between the bass, the drums, and your vocal. You have a place to take, and you don't take it.
an important thing when we will work together. If we do something you don't like, you can say fuck off.
Actually, your preamplifier, the three ones are totally dead, I think.
Yeah. This amp actually feels.
And this one works, but when you're too high, it's clipping a bit. So I'm pretty sure that you have to work more with this to make the speakers moving, because I don't care if it's a bit loud on stage. I prefer because any amplifiers have a range to work. You know that? If you're not loud enough or too loud, the amplifier will not work well. You have, for every amp, you have to hear it and find where it's okay. You don't care if it's too loud or, you know.
It depends.
Yeah.
So you need the sound that works all the way.
Yeah, I can fix to one place.
But you wouldn't like it. It all depends on the sound.
Yeah, yes.
Because you see, with this one, as there is a mic around the corner, when you play there, you get the attack, which you have less with the other one. But when you move there, you get the same sound, same kind of sound as you have with the other one. I think this one has more maybe possibilities.
Yes. I think it's okay, but maybe too sharp in some of the songs. Like yesterday, the first song we played is mostly effects, but the second one is clean,
Mm-hmm.
and it has to be voller, body, more body, more.
Less
Basic.
attack.
Yes.
That's it. You don't want the high end of the sound. That's it.
Yeah, it has. Yeah.
You really have now that could be a way, as you say. This works as a boost. This works as a distortion.
Yeah.
Really, I mean, would you be comfortable with some kind of setting that would, with this one, give you the boost you're talking about, but with a little fuzz, and then really that big distortion sound at the end
Okay.
With the boss.
with the bass, really to make different
dissociate.
uses of the, because just before the big muff and the distortion had almost the same results actually. Now you can see that with this one you can just add a little boost and a little texture, but with this one you go all the way.
One level, second level, one step, second step.
Right
There's
now
still a
there
big
is-
difference.
Yeah,
also
there
volume.
is a very big difference of volume, so I know what you mean now about the big
But
muff. If you want it louder, I know why, because of the distortion you put after. Because I really love the sound of the distortion.
Mhm,
After. I don't
yeah.
know what you think about.
That is okay. Now they work, so.
Oh, maybe.
Maybe at this point we can try with the other instrument, not all the songs, but small parts of some songs, to see if we are in the good way or not. It's okay for you?
Retour à rien.
Ouais. Can we try exactly the same part without the guitar to hear clearly the bass? It's okay for
Just try.